Chapter 2.7, Solving Real-Life Problems. Key idea: independent and dependent variables. Independent variables are not affected by anything, usually time. Dependent variables change as independent variable changes. So for the U-try problems, months, you can see on the top here, the months usually is a time that is called independent variables. Amount of money is not independent because the amount of money depends on how many hours you worked or how much is your salary and all that. Temperature is dependent variable, so the day of the time and hours are called independent variables. Now let's do example number 1, that's real life application. The percent y in decimal form of battery power remaining x hours after you turn on laptop computer is given as y equals negative 0.2 x plus 1. So this is a slope intercept form of an equation. Graph the equation, label y-intercept as 0.1, 0.2 and so on, and label y x-intercept by ones. Slope for this one is going to be 0.2 or negative 0.2 and y-intercept is 1. Now to graph this, we are going to start from 1 because the y-intercept is 1. Remember that it's given on here that you're going to use the y as 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 and so on. This is going to be 1.0. So this is where you're going to start from your graph, and it's going 0.2 down over 1. So 0.2 down over 1, 0.2 down over 1, 2 down over 1, 2 down over 1, 2 down over 1. So the x-intercept is going to be 5. So on here, on this section, find and interpret the x and y-intercept. To find x-intercept, you're going to substitute 0 for y in the equation. So when you substitute 0 for y, you're going to get x as 5, and you already know that x is 5 from the graph, so x equals 5. So 1 divided by 0.2 is 5. You can also see from the graph that x equals 5. So the x-intercept means that the battery lasts for 5 hours. Y-intercept means that the battery power is at 100% when you turn on the laptop. So letter C is after how many hours is the battery power at 75%. So 75% represent Y. So we are going to plug 75% for Y in this equation, in the given equation. So 75% means 0.75 equals negative 0.2 x plus 1. So subtract 1 on both sides, you're going to get 0.025 divided by 0.02. So you cancel this 0.2 from both sides. So x is going to be 1.25. So which means that the battery is 75% after 1.25 hours. Now you're going to pause this video and try the U-try problem on real life application. So the amount in Y gallons of gasoline remaining in gas tank after driving X hours is given by Y equals negative 2x plus 12. Graph the equation where the slope is going to be negative 2 and the y-intercept is 12. Find and interpret x and y-intercept. To find x-intercept, you're going to substitute y as 0 and solve for x. So you're going to put y as 0 and then subtract 12 on both sides. You're going to get negative 12 equals negative 2. Divide with negative 2 on both sides. X is 6. So starting from 12 here, you go down 2 over 1 because the slope is negative 2, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. and then you're going to get to reach at 6. Combining these dotted points, you're going to get a line graph. You can see that your x-intercept is 6 when you graph this, and x-intercept is 6 when you solved it through algebra. X-intercept means you can drive for 6 hours before the tank is empty. Y-intercept means that there are 12 gallons in the tank before you start driving. Next part is that after how many hours are there 5 gallons left. So you use 5 as y in the given equation and solve for x. So when you solve for x, you're going to get x equals 3.5. So there are going to be 5 gallon left after 3 hours and 50 minutes. Example number 2, real life application. The graph relates temperature y in degrees Fahrenheit to temperature x in degrees Celsius. Find the slope and y-intercept. Write the equation of the line and the mean of temperature of Earth if the Celsius is 15 degree. To find the slope, we can use the formula rise over run, or the y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So the slope is 86 minus 32 divided by 30 minus 0 is going to be 54 divided by 30. You can reduce them by dividing 6, so it's going to be 9 over 5. So the slope is 9 over 5 and the y-intercept is 32. So equation of the line is y equals 9 over 5 x plus 32. Now the mean temperature of Earth in Celsius is 15 degrees. What is the mean temperature of Earth in degrees Fahrenheit? Hint, 15 degree is the x value. So when you plugged in x value as 15 in the given equation, you're going to reduce the 15 by 5, so that's going to be 3. 9 times 3 is 27 plus 32 is 59 degree. So the mean temperature of Earth is 59 degree.